Okay. Seriously, so bad. Okay, let's go. We have a game. We started at Equals. It's LawLiet versus Fortitude. Most likely, once again, a Warden show. But Sockplate Archmage all the way. I expect... Well, can we expect a Mountain King by Fortitude? I'm actually not sure.
I don't think so. I think Archmage. Mountain King is reserved for Terran Stand if you're going to go for it. And even then, I feel like everybody has gotten a lot better against it as of late. Like, I haven't seen many games from Human where they were doing really well with Mountain King first or even Terran Stand.
Yeah, it's an interesting dynamic in this matchup. It feels like it switches every 2 weeks, like what's OP. There's no middle ground at all. It's either the Warden is way too strong or whatever the humans play feels way too strong.
Mountain King is just too reliant on items. If you get like a greater healing and some garbage item on your expo, then you're just like super sad. Because he's not doing as much. If you get mana pendant and greater mana, I mean...
Yeah, that is awesome.
Let's already host the map number 2 because the game's over.
Okay.
So it is the Warden.
It is the Warden. Not with the green camp start, but with the mercenary camp. That's a different opening than Foggy played.
Yeah, it's the most standard one. And you see, like, he even placed the Ancient of War, like, somewhat conservatively. Like, not too close to the crypts. It's, as a human player, I feel like one of the harder things to play against, because it feels like you can't do much about it. And, like, the opponent starts with potentially a very good item. Like, as the Night Elf here, you're hoping for mana pendant, basically.
Yeah.
Which, if you get it, you're in a very good spot.
That's definitely the case. So I think Ring of Regen is also very good in the early stages, at least. So it saves you Moon Juice. And you can spam your items more. Okay, LawLiet got the Shadow Priest, which is big. No steal by Fortitude.
On the other side, we're actually creeping the top camp instead of going for the expansion straight away. So, oh my god.
You called it! Pendant of Energy, you jinxed it. You might not find the items yourself, but you gave it to LawLiet.
This is so... I've played against LawLiet, I think on Echo Isle, maybe 2 months ago or something, and he got mana pendant. It was not a fun game.
Yeah. I feel like playing Warden against LawLiet is never a fun game, regardless of the items. But yeah, if he's fed like this, the only one who has fun is LawLiet himself.
Romantic has impressed me in the past sometimes, for sure. Like, he's a very good player, like, who's capable of, like, well, when he plays 100% and, like, things are going his way, like, he's capable of winning that game for sure.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
Right now, like, it feels like LawLiet's gonna have more potential.
Yeah, it feels like Romantic is one of the very few players who made it to the top, and he has very good decision making, and it's really impressive that he's not just following TH and Infi with his playstyle, which is kind of tempting, I guess, if you're Chinese and look up to them and see them play all the time, but figure out, like, his way of playing, which is a little dirty, which is not the flashiest playstyle, but it's so successful.
Yeah, he kind of specializes in it, I guess. Warden close to level 3 gets the experience from that one blue Murloc. Can you get the orange one? No, that's going to be stolen. Even went for the 5 knife, actually, to try and get it.
Yeah. Oh, and Romantic steals the Berserker as well.
That's big, actually.
Yeah, quite some good damage now. And the Ancient of War is possibly falling as well. It is falling, no repair. And Warden is not level 3! Oh, wow.
This is so well done by Romantic, actually. But I guess the Troll Berserker might get sniped. He has Shadow Strike plus Fan of Knife, so he can't actually blink. Nice block from the Archmage.
Seriously, how can he create so much distance to this Berserker? And what's this, like, level 2 harass thing?
I think it's because he's playing one base, and like a lot of humans, they figured out that against Warden, if you just don't let her get level 3, and then you do an Alchemist push with a lot of units, and you just out-heal the damage, you can just win or get really far ahead. Because for Night Elf to hold on against that is just so extremely hard. But now finally Warden gets level 3, that's going to be Fan of Knights level 2 selected immediately. And 4 Moon Wells to work with here is pretty nice.
Yeah, but pretty much no catch. There's no boots, no staff, no blink. So Footman split, he gets 1 kill, but another impressive block.
Missing out on a Troll Berserker is maybe the biggest problem here. And you saw he had a footman in position way in advance as well to make sure he worked on the wisp while he was attacking into the army. So that was a big problem for LawLiet. He couldn't deal with both on both fronts.
Really good.
If LawLiet had gotten the Troll Berserker, he would have been in like the sickest position.
It's still one base play. Must be attacked by Fortitude by now, like 50-60% or so. Archmage goes for boots. I like that. So much gold. He's not heavy on footmen at all, which I think is smart. He had the necessary number of footmen. Oh, wow, it's actually finished. To push a little, but now Fan of Knives level 2 is going to wreck him. And usually it is his playstyle to go for a lot of footmen. He's not doing that against the Warden. Once again, smart play by Fortitude.
I think if you're not being like very aggressive, or like if the opponent has a lot of archers, then it's very nice to get a lot of footmen and defend when you do your push. But in this game, he stole the Troll Berserker, and I think he might have killed maybe one of the archers. And then he saw, I mean, the 2 Forest Troll Shadow Priests you don't really care about. So he was like, well, I can just go straight into rifles. It's going to be better. He might not even have to push directly, but let's say like if he wanted to do something like an expo, then he's really exposing himself to Fan of Knives, killing everything that he has all the time.
Yeah, now we go into a one-base rifle caster play. Already different compared to the entire best of 3 we've seen before. Warden needs to work, man. Warden needs blink and be disruptive.
Oh, wow. He's going to steal the consumable.
I thought you hate that word.
I hate it. But I had to say it. What else am I going to say?
I don't know. It's no better word.
The usable item.
Yeah. Heal spray in, so out heals the fan. Warden hurt. He's gonna get that entire creep. And LawLiet, he's so afraid of the push. You see an Ancient Protector so early.
Yeah, he's right. Like this is very, very scary if human goes for an attack here.
Greater healing.
Archmage close to the 3, I guess.
There we go. Double level up. Greater healing also pretty nice. So even if the Warden gets 4 through the Shadow Strike 2, still safe hero.
Wow, he's making another Enchanter 4 in front. He's so afraid of a push. He knows there's going to be a push, right?
Moonjuice is not looking too good. It's nighttime for a little bit, but Warden needs to do the heavy lifting, and so far does, trying to take out the Priest with a Shadow Strike as well. Can't out-heal this one, but rest of the army looks quite good.
Wow. LawLiet went in too early, I think. Look, he has no Moonwells now, and it's day. He's getting a lot of bears. If he gets up to 4 bears with training, with master training.
But tier 3 isn't even finished.
Yeah. But he can buy, like, the AP is going to buy him a lot of time. You can't just go, oh my god, he doesn't even have depth.
Uh-oh.
What?
And he's expanding. He's not pushing all the way through.
He's 27 supply for LawLiet.
Yeah, I mean, what is he supposed to do? Like, he has to deal with this push, otherwise his base is down.
In his orb.
He needs a lot. He needs everything.
Yeah. No moon juice. I feel like LawLiet might have like a mental block against human right now, for sure. Like, it feels like he's not playing nearly as well. Like, if Foggy had been playing against this, I think he would have done a lot better. And he plays with more ping than LawLiet.
Yeah. Yeah, usually LawLiet was really good when it comes to this one base play, and he was just like struggling against the super late game of human, but it feels like he's just playing way too careful and way too conservative.
See, one more Fan of Knives.
Oh, that's big though.
If he can rejuve again here with the next bears and starts dealing a little bit better with his army, like, and gets level 5 eventually, he's almost.
Yeah, level 5.
Not having Windwell sucks though.
Is a game changer, true. It's nighttime again, thanks to the stone.
Bears, you need to come out. Where are they?
Dispels a little. Okay, master training about to be finished.
A wisp is trying to block the army from chasing.
And it's getting rid of more healing, I guess. Warden, he wants this level 5 so bad. But this is all time for the human expansion. The tier 2 expansion, the Chinese are adopting it slowly but steady.
I think he just adapted to what was happening here. He realized that it was going to be better because he was going to keep him busy. So far I like it, but now he's going to expose himself to Warden hit and run, right? If Warden could go for the main base, I guess he killed the shop, right? I didn't see the shop was still up.
No, like, there's a Clarity running. I'm not sure if he bought it before.
Okay, no, then he didn't. But yeah, Anti-Magic Potion and Warden in the main base could be very strong, but I think he might have gone Shadow Strike level 2, actually.
Well, we'll see with the next impact. Here's Fan. More Reju is needed. The healing, even on level 1, is enough already.
Oh, Dispel. He dispelled the Rejuve.
Nice. Early Dispel then.
And there's no more mana here.
That's the issue, yeah. He needs to wait for nighttime. He's trying to keep Fortitude busy, so he can't really rush up to 70 too quick. But this push did pretty much nothing except buying time. But buying time is not really the best thing for him to do, as there's 2 bases against him now.
I think the first time that he was getting pushed and Fortitude was in front of LawLiet's base, he engaged too early. He should have let him steal the camp at the top. It didn't matter that much. Because then he lost all of his hit points and mana, and then he didn't have Moonwells behind this. That was for sure a big problem. But yeah, it all started with that Troll Berserker getting stolen. Again, I think if LawLiet gets that, he can actually Shadow Strike a bunch of stuff and kill it.
We have level 5 now, and no level 3 Alchemist. So things are getting a little better for LawLiet. But Fortitude broke upkeep. Wouldn't surprise me too much if he adds the tier 3, but for the moment, just high on rifles.
Yeah, I think in this game, because LawLiet is going bears, you don't need to go tier 3. It's better to get sorceresses, like maybe 3 sorceress, 3 priest, and then a ton of breakers to help with your rifles. And because Alchemist is going to be level 3 so fast, he can maybe just even do a push here in a second. Because he knows that otherwise Warden's going to be killing peasants all over the place. Okay,
he's queuing upgrades. It's exactly what you say. Like, more Sorks, more upgrades. And LawLiet still at 43. Battle for the shop right here. But I think Fortitude is winning that as well. Little low on gold is LawLiet. Acid Bomb in the back. We have 1 Wisp, but against all that slow, that shouldn't be enough at all.
Yeah, there's a second one. It's only 1 Sorceress, actually, which is out of mana now. And then he killed it.
Okay, second one should be coming from the base. Big detonate, drying all the priests up. And focus fire on the Alchemist as well. There's a big healing. Maybe, I don't know if that's the best choice. Heal Scroll burned through as well. A lot of right choices by LawLiet, but he's about to burn out as well.
Yeah, he's going to have to drop that penance soon and use the mana potion. He's hoping that he's going to have more Fan of Knives than Romantic can handle, but... Oh, sorry, Fortitude. But yeah, Fortitude just has too much anyway. And Healing Spray is just going to... helping those rifles to do... to not really die, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree. Like, the LawLiet needs level 6 at this point. Otherwise, the human army is just too strong. There's one solution, and that's Avatar.
He's actually going to draw. Wow. Okay, well, that's a lot of items dropped. And he gets back up to... That's almost a greater mana. Not quite. But
yeah, with the 2 circlets dropped. LawLiet all try hard.
It's so hard to figure out what to do here if you're LawLiet. What do? Do you expand? Like, not a good plan. Do you keep attacking? You can't creep. You're already level 5, so it feels like you just have to keep fighting.
That Sorcerer's pick was pretty big. So he doesn't need Wisps in that fight.
But Fortitude bought all the scrolls. I think he realizes that there's not that many Fan of Knives that LawLiet can work with. He got the Invuln as well. I think he might have just dodged the Shadow Strike.
Not bad.
Can't quite see.
5 Dryads now. Maybe he's going a little too heavy. Like, rifles are the hard counter. It feels like he needs Mountain Giants soon, but can he afford it?
He's staying on 50. I mean, it's not like he has a choice. Breaking upkeep on 1 base would be a tough year. 1-0 rifles only. You don't have a ton of wood, but Fortitude actually managed to start... oh, nice catch on the Sorceress. That's going to be saved. Yeah, he managed to get +2 started on rifles. And with the amount of rifles that he has, it's just going to be absurd damage that is going to have to be... it's going to have working for him.
So how do we reach that level 6 for LawLiet? I think Fortitude is in a fantastic position. I like the Dryad split from the rest of the army. Just trying to go for these caster kills constantly. Now Fortitude has to deal with it, and that exposes the main a little. Smart play.
Yeah. If he can get even just a bunch of peasants, get closer to Avatar, maybe it can buy him time. I just wonder what the end game is for LawLiet. Like, I guess you talked about giants. I think they would be very nice against the rifle army, actually. Yeah. That may be the one way he can maybe win this game. I think he's going to TP.
Must be. These bears are melting thanks to Acid Bomb. That's level 6. He just stays until he gets that level up and now immediately get the fuck out. Oh, with another Sork. That's number 3.
Yeah. He's been shutting down that sorceress count very nicely. Do you think getting a second hero? I actually think Tinker could be very good.
Yeah, I agree.
But is it better than adding 3 giants? Probably not. Because you interrupt healing spray and you also stun rifles for a while.
Yeah, I agree. And if there's a retreat, you can stop them and catch up with bears and do a little bit more damage, or do a little bit more damage with Fan. I really think level 7 Warden doesn't give you anything, really. So adding a Tinker now would be fantastic. But yeah, on the other side, it's 2 mountain giants.
There is enough camps at the bottom for LawLiet to get level 3 Tinker, I think. But I guess maybe Fortitude wouldn't give him the time.
Yeah. Yeah,
he might just attack if he started getting attacked by the Warden in the main base.
Did he buy anything? Not really, right? Pointing out the bandit. Oh, it's the second bandit! He's actually going for it.
Wow, WZ with a good call.
And he even used the mouse to point that out. Double thumbs up.
Well done, WZ. Took you 6 maps, but you finally got to one good move.
So we do have mountain giants now. I was curious, like the supply numbers are rising so high, this must be mountain giants.
I'm assuming that we have 2 healing scrolls for Fortitudes. It's gonna be 7 Fan of Knives in a row. And then maybe he gets a mana potion, or I guess uses Moonwells to replenish that. So that's gonna be a lot of Fan of Knives. I think he might need some Wisp as well. Like even like 3 Wisps detonating on some of the casters, plus the Alchemist is huge here.
And there's no cancel against it. Like Taunt doesn't cancel it, right?
No.
The heal spray? Okay. So we're waiting for the upgrades. So far, mountain giants still take damage. That will change in a bit.
Oh, I don't have resistance skin yet. Okay, he's gonna move in there. Feels like you don't have the time anymore. Dryads are in the back. That army is still looking somewhat scary, to be honest, for LawLiet here. But everything is slowed now. Does he have Abolish, or I don't know? He must be off autocast.
Ah, there we go. 1 bear down, retreating a little into the Moonwells. He didn't drop the penance this time. Oh, Avatar tried to sneak into the back.
Is there no corpses?
There's 1.
On the other side.
Yeah, Fortitude didn't lose anything. And rifles can deal with this Avatar if it's in range, so you can't really commit to it. And now with mortars, it's so nice to put damage from the back onto the base, so LawLiet has to react.
Here we go. Fan of Knives, chain Fan of Knives. Some Wisp would be nice. The Avatar is doing a one-on-one with Water Elemental side. It needs to be there. Wisps are finally going to be pulled off the line. And immediately, Fortitude starts running. I think he's trying to put the rifles on those Wisps here so that they don't connect as much as they can.
And how good would a Tinker be just to stop the rifles from moving for a while?
Yeah. Or even like interrupting healing spray is such a big deal.
Yeah. Acid Bomb on the bears as well. Jesus, they melt.
The kiting has been so good. Like if he just stood there and took the fight, he might have just lost to Mass Fan of Knives. But the fact that he's kiting every time retreating and letting priests replenish, like a lot of the hit points on his army is so good. Adding mortars was smart. Like those dryads are gonna melt.
Absolutely. And yeah, the rifles, they have to move a little so they're not too close to bears and mountain giants. But the damage is coming from mortars, and the dryads can't really dodge their shots as well. And there's always some rifles between the warden and the casters, so they soak up the fan. They have the HP necessary. They can be healed. Great play by
we got
Fortitude.
spirits now actually helping. Not that many of them yet. He needs more corpses to work with. Giants at the front kind of doing their own thing. Dryads trying to retreat. And there's no more moon juice here to work with. The spirits, they need to attack the casters, actually. If he can get like even like 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah. Start a snowball. Or even mortars, but hard to say. Level 7. But it's daytime. It's pretty crazy that he survived nighttime. And the warden is kind of out of mana soon.
Yeah, and Warden gets targeted every time she goes forwards. And I think that's going to be a problem. Can he even run to safety? Oh my god, Acid Bomb is still active. Almost dies.
He gets
the fights are so hectic that he can't even drop dependence and use Moonwells.
Yeah. There's no time for that. One Mountain Giant is dead. He's trying to go for the hero focus, and he takes out the Alchemist with the last bit of mana. With a potion, maybe? Like, without heal spray, what's Fortitude supposed to do?
By the way, do we not see Fortitude's expansion on the minimap?
I thought the same thing. Where did this expo go? Did he ever build it? He built it, right? Yeah.
Yeah. He expoed on tier 2 instead of like massing units and pushing.
But where's that expo?
It feels like it changed color or something. Or maybe one bear.
One bear, most likely, yes.
No way. He would have sent units and defended it. I think it's a bug, maybe. Like the color changed. Like I saw that a while back. I was like, wait, did I miss something? Am I losing memory? Like,
oh yeah. I mean, we're getting old. It could be happening. What?
Avatar killed it.
Ah.
He left Avatar there, and the spirits actually killed it. Oh, that's huge, actually, because then that means Fortitude was like very push. Because now LawLiet could move the tree to his expo after the main mine's out. But yeah, Fortitude still has 74 supplies, so I mean, look at but he's using flares everywhere, by the way.
That's pretty smart indeed. If we have another heal scroll, Mountain Giants are at 40%. Still below 50. Economy is definitely better for LawLiet, but can he survive the next fight? I mean, it's kind of an invitation to the next fan with everything being so hurt, and mana is limited on this Alchemist. Oh, but I
think you have to camp though if you're LawLiet because his Warden is too low.
Yeah.
I think he might just mine out the main base, try to get the biggest army that he can get, then move to the expo and take it.
I guess that's what's happening. Level 7.5. But what happened with the Tinker? Or maybe it's an Echo Isle thing that you don't go for a second hero at all?
Yeah, maybe because he has like all the mana pendants. He's like, well, I'll need all the Moonwells anyway.
Yeah.
You don't have a staff.
Bear saves himself to the back. So, Warden Show, she needs to carry once again. But it just seems too good. The army seems too big.
57 supplies. So he started spending all of his gold here, the LawLiet. He's really trying his best to hold on. Wisps coming in, they get targeted by rifles, but they're still going to connect. More of them are going to come, actually.
Level 8 now. So we get the useful blink, I guess. Or the next
fan. That much mana. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Is he going to win?
He needs Brilliance Aura 3. Warden still has mana. That's exactly the Fence of Knives I was talking about. And he finally can position in a way that it hurts, and that's exactly what it does now. They're still Dryads. He can still slow. He can still get kills.
He's almost out of Fan of Knives, but so many of these human units are very low. Alchemist at the front is going to take a ton of damage. Warden is actually going down. I guess he has Shadow Meld, worst case scenario, but there is still some flares maybe available.
Warden survives.
There's no more priests, I think.
Oh shit. Oh, no one is mining anymore.
But the tree can move to the expo.
Yeah. In the meantime, GG by Fortitude.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Tell LawLiet that if he ever whines again, I'm going to pay him a visit.
That was a pretty strong hold. Of course, he was lucky with the pendant early. The second one he bought, so... The second Alchemist kill. Like, usually an Alchemist is not supposed to die.
Yeah.
That was definitely the mistake.
He's the main tank at the front. And I guess LawLiet probably check items and he took the opportunity. Because Fortitude was doing such a big push, maybe he couldn't really afford going for invis and stuff. He just prioritized getting more units. But the Avatar killing the Expo, that's actually insane. We got the worst observer on planet Earth, so we didn't see it. But yeah, that was actually game-changing.
Yeah, I'm kind of happy that I'm not in charge because I definitely would have missed it as well. I mean, we didn't see it on the minimap.
No, you wouldn't. Hell no.
Well, according to chat, possibly. I mean, I didn't see it on the minimap. I was too focused on the fight as well, so I can kind of see
I mean, you would have seen it for sure, a small dot down there, something happening, something blinking, but WZ just straight up, he still doesn't know. He's like, wait, where did Fortitude live? He had Expo, right? So yeah, thanks, WZ. I never saw him click one time.
But I mean, he did point out the items at the mercenary camp, at the marketplace. So slowly but steady, there's progress. Thank you,
Well
Mr. Buttermilk, for the 3-month resub. Much love.
Are you gonna upload these games on YouTube?
Yeah. Why not?
Oh my god.
Maybe not the Lin versus 120 one, because I had no idea what was happening, and it was Reforged graphics, and it was fucking health bar things and issues everywhere, but the others, for sure.
I think, so I bet on the first 2 series, I bet on Lin, then I bet on Huya, I lost, and then now, my friend that I was betting with went to bed. So I lost 2 bets, and I don't even have a chance to come back.
Oh, damn. The last series you can bet with me, but I will never bet anything on Colorful, so...
Yeah.
I don't know why Remo's so obsessed with him. Maybe it's just to make me angry. Did you see that game against WFZ 2 days ago? Jesus Christ, I lost my mind.
Why? What happened?
It was WFZ playing Gargs, and he had like 7 or 8 gargoyles left, and Colorful had a lot of gold, I guess, and his thing was to go for hippos. Like, yeah, man, that does sound really good. Let's build 3 hippos and let's get them all wrecked by Gargs. He made, like, his decision making sometimes just driving me mad. I like to see his games because it's always entertaining, but they were camping so much and weird decisions. I don't know.
Happens. I feel like sometimes, like, the mistakes are just too blatant for observers. Like, sometimes I play a game or I look at a game on somebody's stream and I'm like, okay, this was like so hectic. He was doing stuff all over the place and stuff. And then you watch a game with the observer point of view and I'm like, holy, like, he made so many mistakes. What the hell?
Yeah.
So like, it feels like they're just so much more obvious. Like, if you watch a lot of games, you'd almost think that this game is played with fog of war as well, because you see everything all the time. But it feels like the point of view when you're actually playing these games, like those competitive games, is actually very different.
Yeah, that's true. We're in a very comfortable situation judging. But it was games with a lot of stalling, and they didn't do too much for some time, so we should have scouted them or whatever. We have game 2 of LawLiet versus Fortitude, this time on Northern Isles. Losers pick for Fortitude.
I've had some epic throws in my StarCraft career, actually. I had a game against Happy at a tournament. I was up 1-0. He was at Home Story Cup. And then he flew one of his buildings to a corner of the map.
Oh, no.
And he covered it with Vikings. And he killed all my Nexus, but I still had enough units. I think maybe I even still had a probe or something. I don't remember exactly the situation. I just know I had enough that basically I should almost never lose it. I had sentries. I could hallucinate a Phoenix, check it, and then go. I sent my units directly without checking. So the Vikings killed my last few units that could attack here, and then we got a draw, and we regained. And then I lost 1 and 2. So if you look at that game from a spectator point of view, you're going to be like, okay, this is the worst throw I've ever seen in my life. But if you put yourself in my shoes, I was up 1-0. I was almost finishing the game. The game was hectic. My heart was beating super fast. And yeah, I played bad in a very small few seconds. That cost me the game.
Sometimes
horrible,
that's how it goes. Yeah, and you look at that game afterwards, how can I ever be so dumb?
Yeah, pretty much.
True happens. But yeah, LawLiet with the lead here. And it must be the Warden again. Everything else would surprise me greatly. And he starts with the Tuska camp for the big item. I like it. So it's up
These guys are called Tuskers?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know how to pronounce it properly, but Tuska, I don't know.
Well, there's the Ogre Magi, right? The blue one.
Yeah.
You call that? I don't even know, actually.
Yeah.
Like, Dota poisoned my mind as well with some of these names.
Yeah, it's the Ogre Magi.
I don't even know, like the boots, the agility boots? Yeah. I don't even know if it's boots of Elven Skin or boots of Quarterfinal.
Oh man,
I know that one of them is Dota, but I don't know which one.
Yeah, the Elven Skins is Dota.
Okay, so it's boots of Quarterfinal.
Quarterfinal, yes. And that's such a classic Dota mix-up thing. I feel like everyone who has played 4 games of Dota is calling them Elven Skins.
Yeah.
It's always an indicator of how much Dota was played. It's fun. And the Dark Ranger / what's it called? Drow Ranger, I think. That's also a classic.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Speaking of classic things, LawLiet classic creep route here on Northern Isles with the Engine of War at the Ogre Magi and the shop in the north for good progress. And
LawLiet seems to go a lot more for the greedier creeps. Even though I still think going for the expo directly is a little bit greedy, like what Foggy did previously.
Yeah.
Oh, and then the greater mana goes to the human. Greater healing, you're not super happy to see it. It's not the worst, but yeah, it's not amazing, I think.
It's fine. Also, the greater mana for the human, like for a Mountain King, it could be sick, but at this stage of the game, doesn't help you too much, I think. Pretty sure there's no expansion. It would be great to push an expansion, but wait.
That's a very early shop, actually.
Hey, it's gonna use it to creep with archers, and then he's level 2.5, and then he needs like 1 green camp in the middle, I think. And that's
really, it's gonna creep with the shop.
Yeah. Pretty sure.
The shop died in like 1 second. I guess it's like a very small camp.
There we go. Yeah, there's pretty much no damage, and 2 archers. It's okay.
No damage. Look at that shop. It's going down so fast.
Yeah, he can eat, and then it's fine. And I think it's not really punishable because it's so far away.
Yeah. And it's much faster to get than an Ancient of War. And I guess if you eat enough tree after that, you get back to full.
Yeah, and
it would be great if WZ would wake up and click on that shop as well. But
did he just steal?
No, he didn't. He didn't. Never mind.
Okay.
He stole the creep. No, it looks like Archmage has.
I think he was creeping at the south, and LawLiet got it. I'm not sure.
No, Archmage got it.
Yeah. Okay.
Imagine if Fortitude wrote, "Get the fuck out of my game."
You have to teach him.
A little Anna pose, you know.
Let's not encourage this. All right, can you?
No, not the shop.
He needs the clarities. He wants the clarity so bad. Man, that's a good way of punishing it. Needs a lot of repair now. I think it's even too late, is it? And now the greater mana comes in super, and he doesn't even need it. That's the first time I've seen this punished this way.
Ooh. I wonder if he denied. No, he didn't deny. That's Footman. He could have. There was another Footman nearby. I guess. Oh, I should click on Moonwells. Gets 1 more Shadow Strike at least. He's trying to go for a block.
Oh, the frog block again. I feel like the critters this week, they really want to cuddle. So many critter blocks. Maybe Grubby was right in the end. You have to kill them.
Cue Samuel L. Jackson voice. I'm sick of these frogs on this motherfucking map.
Fortitude, what's up? Do you have a cat as well? It's fascinating how often cats are the reason to a pause, especially with 1-0.
I would have unpaused for sure the second time at least. I don't know what's up with this guy and his pauses, but
it feels like the ping was good. Like the block was really good.
All right, is that 1 more Footman for level 3?
It's close. One could point that out by hovering the mouse over the XP bar, but no.
Here we go. You join me.
Yeah, that's quite greedy to go for the Warlord early.
Yeah. This camp is very deceiving. You're like, yeah, I can get this guy easy, and then you just lose everything trying to creep it.
Hearthstone again, a little unlucky. Canceling the shop again, man. This means no clarities. Again. Oh, can he get there?
He can repair, yeah.
Okay. This time he's in time. That's a lot of archers.
Yeah. I kind of like it. I think they're against rifle play, it's pretty nice to get this many. And usually when you have this many, it's kind of like, when Or gets Berserker Strength, you can get improved bows.
Mm-hmm.
And it's well worth. It makes them better. Second hero or not? That's the question. I guess double lore first and foremost.
Yeah. But it's also...
I mean, after what happened last game, he might just aim to try and do the same thing, but he's not going to have double pennant to work with.
Not yet, at least. He still has his natural to creep. And
Oh, you can buy pennants from the marketplace, can't you?
yeah, if it drops, for sure. Oh, we go into the main. There's no tower. Have fun dealing with this. There was a priest already for a little bit of healing, but it's just full mana. And Fortitude is like, okay, man, you attack my base, I attack your base.
I was going to remove the water elemental. That's so smart, because that's most of the damage there. And now even the Archmage is going to be falls back in a second.
Oh, man, that's a lot of corpses in the base right there.
And it's still night. You can just Shadow Meld and chill there.
Yeah. What's he do? Archmage! Archmage! Oh, is he disconnected?
No.
6 HP, but where'd you go? There's the Warden. Archmage is so dead.
If you double clicked, it's gonna be right there.
Swoop! Oh no, didn't hit! Wait, how can you reach this?
Wait, why didn't he do the Fan of Knife?
I don't know.
I guess maybe he already did.
Yeah,
yeah, he has dust.
Damn, what a recovery. I thought this Archmage is dead for sure.
Wait, wasn't there a Shadow Strike?
Must be, right?
He just blinked. And I don't think he retrained, so wait, did he actually have Shadow Strike? I don't remember. I thought he did. And he's only level 3, so that would mean Fan of Knives level 1, but I think that was Fan of Knives level 2.
Yeah.
Maybe he retrains, but I don't know.
Or maybe
whatever.
There was
I wish I was in game.
Yeah, yeah, same. Or there would be like the booster overlay, but WFC is no infi. Still no tower, still mana. Swoop.
And now actually his items will come into play.
Yeah.
Like pop that greater healing.
Well, there's no mana anymore, so maybe he's just stepping back. Get clarities and then come again.
Yeah, I guess Staff has reloaded by now.
Oh, and Fortitude is in a rough position. He's on one.
How do you not get an Arcane Tower against this?
Yeah, especially against LawLiet. You know this is happening. And the archers have the easiest job of their lives. All they did this game was to creep a green spot and defend once. That's it. It's like vacation for them.
Because that was the last Fan of Knife in a while. I guess he's gonna Staff home soon.
Yeah. I'll just blink out for one more kill. That was a rough harass, though.
Yeah. Level 4 Warden here is so nice to have.
Level 2 blink, pretty sure. Tier 3 is ready. He has no resources for Orb, I think.
Ooh. He checked the items earlier, saw that there was Sentry Ward, so he buys Dust now, get rid of the main Sentry Ward in the main base. It's very nice because now you deny a big piece of information that maybe Fortitude would have had otherwise, like, when upkeep is broken, what exact units are being made, because then you can counter textbook, If the opponent's getting only Bear like this and no Dryads, then you can focus on making more Sorceresses, for example, as opposed to Rifles.
True. Yeah, great point. Also, he saw that the army is parked in the main, so he crept the entire middle. Alchemist,
I guess LawLiet rebought a TP?
Yeah. Oh, Pendant of Energy, here we go again.
Oh my god. He was looking for it on purpose, for sure.
Absolutely.
I'm surprised he didn't buy Zeb, though.
That would be cool indeed. But maybe he needs all the other tier 3 stuff. Okay, got Master Upgrade already. No Orb, but that will be the next on the list. Even Marksmanship would be great at this point.
He's gonna get level 5 in a sec. Oh, he went backpack. You see that?
Oh, nice. I think oftentimes backpack is underutilized.
Yeah, it's very good. Especially like when you're gonna stay on 50 in this kind of game.
Yeah.
It's like so inexpensive.
Yeah.
You can if you're about to lose your shop, maybe you can buy items in the last second. Like you can bring items to your hero.
I think most people are just too lazy.
Yeah, some players religiously get it in certain situations, but those are rare.
I think Fortitude is forced to an all-in.
Yeah, he has 39 supply against 52 right now.
Yeah, it doesn't work at all.
Warden buys a mana potion. Here we go.
It's so easy to deal with this now. Like, yeah, there's a lot of healing, but there's not the necessary damage to deal with archers and bears at all.
And I would have bet on LawLiet, and my friend went to bed. I lost 2 bets and I won 0.
How much did you lose?
$30.
Ah, that hurts. Is there an expansion coming up, or is it just the Wisp on the left hand side? Oh, I think it's just a Wisp or something.
Why is Fortitude still in the game?
That's a good question. Maybe he gets paid by the hour.
That's why he goes tanks.
Yeah, man.
He's like one of those lawyers, like that charges by the hour. He's like, yeah, my bills is. He just inflates the numbers. Like,
I have to read up on some stuff. Yeah. Yeah, that Fan of Knife now with Blink is gonna wreck everything here. Still mana? Okay, Blink out, heal up. Even MG's already. LawLiet is in full control.
Yeah, he actually managed to creep quite a bit given how the game was going, and that's it. GG gets called. LawLiet moves on to the semis.
Dude, I thought for sure that Fortitude wins this. If LawLiet wins, then it must be a 2-0, but yeah. 2-1, I mean. But clean 2-0. First game was pretty rough. Second game was walk in the park.
Yeah, too bad Chemico's gonna demolish him in the semis, huh? Like he did in the Back to Warcraft Korea Cup.
Dude, that was really rough. But nice for LawLiet that he finally finds a win against the human. Feels like it's been forever since he was able to do that. And yeah, Chemico versus Colorful is coming up next. In my opinion, one of the strongest, or maybe the strongest human at the moment, against Remo's pet peeve, I think, Colorful. Colorful drove me crazy on Wednesday. I hope he plays to his fullest, because he's definitely gonna need that. We take a small little 4-minute break, and then Neo and Todd are back with the last quarterfinal. Chemico versus Colorful. Stay tuned.